Ahoy. This is really good. I have some really good shit to share. I have like, okay, I feel like the past, I'm pretty sure I quantum leaped. I'm pretty sure that I was on one timeline and I shifted myself onto a much better timeline because of a couple years of like maybe just the most debilitating self-criticism and thoughts of like shame and shit that I've like talked about in other videos, and I even made videos where I found little moments of relief, like I think I'm pulling myself out of it. I think I found I'm gonna release these things. I'm releasing these things, and like I would make the video, I would feel good for a couple days, and like I would still be backsliding. I would backslide right the fuck back. And honesty was always my like biggest priority, and it still is. Authenticity, but I also understand the responsibility of like not bringing down everyone who watches your videos. Just the whole morality of like a content creator, and you know, not even that. Fucking fuck that. I just care about you guys. I was going through like an internal hell for a long time, and like that's not great. Like obviously like not much. I wasn't like spewing a ton of, I wasn't feeling great. Like, but look, it's not been that long, right? If you watch my last video, you know that in December I lost my job and I lost my boyfriend, and this thing is what kind of like holding me together. Okay, I genuinely didn't realize it, and more often than not, like that's the beauty of losing things, is realizing like, oh, I don't have my own back. You had my back. No, I've never stopped creating my art. I've never strayed from my path, but when I didn't have a like life partner to fall into the arms of every night and let my worries and stress and doubt melt away, I had crippling self-doubt. At one point I like wandered my neighborhood for 2 hours because I was like, I'll just go on a walk to like, I had probably been like doom scrolling for a couple hours before that and sobbing as well or something, and just productive things. The walk lasted 2 hours, and I came to this realization. I was like, I feel very hopeless, which I didn't want to admit that. Like, I don't want you to think that first of all, I don't think that anymore, but so I don't want you to ever have thought that I felt that way. But if I'm gonna be brutally fucking honest, like I did, and the reason that I do feel good about telling you that, not because of the honesty thing, but more because I pulled myself out of it, and I think that is worth sharing. I'll tell you what, nothing has changed externally. My like external validation hasn't changed. If anything, I've been getting less and less and less of it. What has changed is where I derive that validation. That's a big one. Another thing that's changed is my baseline subconscious beliefs. I talked about this in a video on the roof about how you're reprogramming your subconscious. I was on the way to doing that. I think another thing to note about this quantum leap I'm talking about that I did is that I've been putting in work. The entire time that I was in this terrible spot for 2 full years, like I don't stop meditating, exercising, working out, saying affirmations, journaling. I got fucking hella crystals, anything you can think of, all the fucking supplements, every mushroom, ashwagandha, fucking everything. I don't fuck around with this shit. I made a video where I was on the way, right? So I knew it was my subconscious beliefs that had to change, and I knew what I believed. I did this ritual where you write out everything you currently believe and everything you're gonna now believe, and I shredded the ones I didn't believe, and I still have the jar of the new beliefs. Like, I was doing all of these things, but I was like, I don't feel different. Like, physically in my body, I still feel immense fear. And obviously, you know, there's friends and like family, and maybe you don't have any of that, and then you know, you don't even have anything external to grip onto at all. But internally, I felt alone because no matter what, I couldn't like get myself to like have my back. And that's where the universe steps in and is like, look, we're gonna make you, okay? And I was like, okay, thank you. Fucker. Fuckface. You got my back? The universe has my back. Right. The universe has me on my back. But I fucking knew I was in so much like emotional pain But I was like, I trust that the universe has, this is the timing and this is what's necessary. I trust that. I'm just like going through shit, and like that's healthy. These are cuffs. Okay, they're not real. I got them for Christmas. I kind of want this piercing, but sorry, it just gets wonky looking. Anyways, I was down bad, okay? I was down. And when I talk about like hopelessness and shit, I'm talking about like giving up on myself, on the things that I dream of and desire, and on my craft. If you've read the book The Alchemist, it talks about how if you suppress your soul for long enough, it will stop speaking to you. That's what I'm talking about doing that. I'm talking about killing off a part of myself that I feel is the most alive part, and the part that loves the most, and the part that sees life as art and as love and as one connected, intertwined experience of consciousness. To me, that's the truth, and that's what it is. But there's also this like severe raging late stage capitalism that I am a part of, and discomfort and shame and like being socially ostracized. These are all things that come with not conforming to that, and that's fucking terrifying. In the book The Power of the Now, Eckhart Tolle talks about the moment that he realized he had a soul and he had like an ego or something. He had this thought of, I can't live with myself anymore. And then he had a follow-up thought that was, if I can't live with myself, does that mean there's more than one thing in here? And if so, wouldn't that mean only one of them is real? And then he describes that he like fell back into this void and woke up a couple days later in just complete euphoria, and it's been that way ever since. And that was like a crazy like awakening situation, you know? But it's like this idea that like somebody's chattering. Somebody is on a fucking fast train going nowhere, and somebody's observing silently, and somebody knows the truth, and somebody already knows who you are and what you'll become. Has been there through every lifetime you've lived in and is connected to the fabric of all things. Being able to differentiate between the two and being able to trust that one, to let your chaotic ego, fear, lack-based little tiny self fall, be resisting everything so fucking hard, and let that soul catch you. That's the antidote. And that was a feeling I was fucking like clawing for, and that's the one that I dove headfirst into. But it took losing the floor for me to fall, and it takes falling for you to realize you can catch yourself. And you can catch yourself no matter where you are. Literally nothing changed. I'll tell you what changed. It was always somebody else had to catch me. Somebody else had to catch me, because I already didn't have myself. I remember the day coming back from that walk, my ex ended up calling me. We ended up talking for a while, and he was like, you need to be able to take care of yourself. I just happened to call. You didn't reach out. You didn't reach out to anybody. You need to be able to do that. You need to be able to know when you need to sit down with a warm cup of coffee or whatever and like chill. You need to just, you know, whatever. And I was just like, yeah, no, I know. I don't. Fuck. Furthermore, I went down a deep TikTok like research couple of hours on artists that I've been following and whose work I genuinely admire, and people who I want to work with one day. And I went down and down their shit. That stuff that they're making, that's what matters. And this is how you have to get it out, and that's that. And it's a beautiful thing. You can reach a fucking ton of people you'd never be able to this way. You don't have to rely on some fucking corporate label, some bullshit people that, you know, aren't artists and like just want to suck you for your money. It's a beautiful thing. They're not judging themselves. They probably are judging themselves, but I'm not feeling that because they're still doing it. And I found somebody who just like went absolutely fucking ridiculously batshit viral. And she has the same music production control board that I do. And I took that as a sign. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna get off my ass. Something like lightened in me. It was like my energy that had been blocked literally started flowing again. And I'll tell you, I started solving problems. I was ticking them off left and fucking right. I am in abundance. I believe in what I'm doing. I believe I'm safe in myself. I have a gift and somebody wants to receive it. That's the coin. That's the double-sided interaction. This is not selfish. Bad art is inevitable, and it's only bad because you're being super self-critical about it. Shut the fuck up and keep going and do and do and do. You'll know if you really shouldn't be putting something out. You'll know if it's like really that fucking bad. That's a crazy fucking difference. I feel like there was like a fucking circus weighing on me, just like holding me down. I was gonna say an elephant, and then I was gonna say multiple elephants, and I was like, just fuck it, the whole circus, but now it doesn't make sense. There was like an elephant stepping on me. It's fucking gone. I don't know, but I do know I've never been so sure of myself in the past couple of years. Another big thing was like I was afraid to try in front of people. I was afraid for people to see me trying. I wasn't so scared of failing. I was just scared of people seeing that I wasn't somewhere yet. I used to just like to show off a finished product. I'm doing me now. Now it's about focusing on the doing and not about the interpretations and the perception, the people perceiving it and other people in general. Like, it's not even about how my own, you know, lingering fears that I still, you know, moments are coming up where I have to deal with them, and I am dealing with them and holding space for that reaction of it. If somebody says something about me that hurts my fucking feelings because it, you know, pokes at something that I may be deeply actually shameful of, and, you know, I hate the fact that my fears are confirmed, this is how people see me, or that is really what you think about me. Holding space for that grief and that fear and being like, I still have your back. You don't have to be ashamed of that thing because you're doing your best. You're doing at least you're out here doing. There's a reason you're doing it, and you know you have your reasons, and not everybody has to understand that. Not anybody can. So if you're feeling absolutely helpless, and it has something to do with self-criticism, writing out the story you're telling yourself just so you can become really aware of it is super helpful. Writing out your news story and embodying it, and then showing up for yourself in those moments where it's really, really hard. It's okay that you feel like shit right now. That's okay. You're still okay, and I still got you. And I don't know, maybe I added up enough of those moments. I don't know. Something deeply shifted. Maybe I saw the people that inspired me, and they felt like kin. And usually I feel like that everybody that's doing the thing I want to do is a part of a club that they don't want me to be in. Weird. I felt like I'm a part of that club. For the first time I was watching this, I was like, I am a part of that club. I'm allowed to take up a little space in that club. Thank you guys so much for watching. Happy fucking New Year. I am so genuinely like brimming with joy and excitement at what the year is gonna bring. And I know that there's tests, and there already has been. But I got myself. They're not even like, I got myself now, and I want for that for you too. I really do. You know, it's all you're gonna have. If you're in New York City, January 28th, 7 p.m, Rockwood Music Hall Stage 1, Enter Sceptre will be performing. That's that, you know, genderless helmet person that lives under the sea and makes that like electro synth pop ambient shit, Grimes-esque, a little Glass Animals inspired, maybe some Daft Punk thrown in there. I'll probably show up. I'd love to meet you.